Today is part spins. Let me figure out there. So today I'm gonna go over all of the things I have in my part spins. So let's get started. In my first bin, I have got connectors. I have got these are like PC connectors. They're like, like you've got USB connectors, mono connectors, sorts of different connectors. Not sure how these op amps got in there, but oh well. And next to that, I've got another bin of connectors, which these connectors are like these types, and then these connectors. And then next to those, I've got PNP transistors. There. Next to those, I have NPN transistors. There we go. Next to that, I've got voltage regulators. Next to those, I've got BJT transistors. I have N-channel MOSFETs there. And I have triacs, which are basically MOSFETs, but they're for AC. Then I've just got untested miscellaneous little transistors. These are the TO92 package. Next I have two very full bins of crystal oscillators. Next I have metal oxide varistors. Right there. After that I have regular old diodes. Let's see here. Yeah. Then I have Schottky diodes, which I don't have much of. Then I have a bunch of these Zener diodes. And I have bridge rectifiers. Yep. I have some inductors in here. And then I've got coils. All sorts of coils. Then I have buttons. Ton of buttons there. And I've got these types of switches. There. I don't know if you can see those or not, but then I have more switches and buttons like these types. Here, let me see if I can get this out. It's kind of stuck up in there. Okay, skipping that. I've got relays, a bunch of relays in there. And I have another bin for relays, even more relays. And I have some buzzers. I've got rotary encoders. And this rotary encoder has got a motor on it. Next I have potentiometers. These are high precision potentiometers there, 28 turn. Then I have a few LEDs. I have some resistor networks in there. I've got 8-pin chips, just like 5.5 timers, LM 317, something like a bunch of those. Then I have a bunch of miscellaneous ICs. Let me see if I can pull this one out. Yeah, that's not coming out. Here, I can show you. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna get bigger bins because some of these bins just don't even want to cooperate. After that, I have capacitors 1 through 50 microfarads and nanofarads. These are just microfarads though. Then I have 50 to 150 microfarads. Then I have 150 to 250. Stepping in 100 increments. 250 to 350. 350 to 450, which has no capacitors. 450 to 550. Let's see here. There we go. And then I've got capacitors 550 microfarads to 650. 650, 750 has no capacitors. 750 to 850, I've got a couple capacitors in there. 850 to 950, there's no capacitors in there. 1000 to 2000, got quite a few of those. 3000 to 4000, there we go. 5,000 to 6,000. And I've got 6,000 to so on and so forth, which just has a 1 farad supercapacitor in there. And I have some unsorted polypropylene capacitors here. Then I have these optical connectors for TVs. For like sound bars. These are optical interrupters, IR. Jumpers for breadboards, which I have more of those. LDRs, also known as light dependent resistors. And I've just got some miscellaneous unsorted bits. Then these are miscellaneous adapters. Like I don't know, like adapting. I've got some IEC connectors, which are also do not want to cooperate. Let's see here. There we go. You know, there's these for like computers and things. Then I have got some like panel mount hardware, fan hardware, things like that. I've got some small batteries. I have some small light bulbs in there. I've got a bin of fuses in there, which this I'm probably never going to use. It just came in a surprise box, so I put it in there with my fuses. Then I've got a bin for some power resistors, miscellaneous capacitors there. And that's it for my parts bin. Then I also have a box full of motors. There's a whole bunch of motors in there. And that's basically it for the components. Then I have got my power supplies and things up here. So I've got these are for multimeters. This is my power supply here. And I've got this power supply. Here I've got a couple fans. I use these for soldering. Got a big relay there. I have these IKEA lamps that are right behind there. Some multimeters. Here's my Weller PE S51. My 20 kilovolt power supply. I've got one of these temperature guns here. Some pencils back there. Another IKEA desk lamp. On my desk, I have got of course, my parts bin here. I've got 91% isopropyl alcohol, miscellaneous stuff, my capacitor bank thing, which besides these two capacitors here, this one and this one right here, these all came out of power amplifiers. This one came out of a camera flash. That one came out of a power supply. I've got my helping hands, my solder. I've got my soldering iron, some screws, a light bulb, my most commonly used tools, and then I have a toolbox underneath my desk. A notebook with a pen. And that's basically about it for my workspace. And my first ever parts bin is this one right here. Which this came out, no, this didn't come out of it. This was from Harbor Freight. And there's still some components left in there. I've got some random junk up in there. And then opening this up. Yeah, I've got some resistors and connectors, and I'll make a separate video on this. So yeah, that's basically my entire electronics lab there. So yeah.